The image that hangs behind me in every single one of my videos actually doesn't have a single stamp in it, and it is the only copy of the original that hangs in the Smithsonian at the National Postal Museum. So what the heck is it if it doesn't have a single stamp in it? Well, for me, not only is it the backdrop to all of my videos, but if you look at the central vignette that is directly behind my head of George Washington, that's actually my profile pic across all of my social media platforms. And it does depict the design of every single stamp that has been issued from the United States from the very first one in 1847 up until the Columbian issue in 1893. Its name is the Rosenthal Proof Panel because that's exactly what it is. The original is comprised of over 600 individual proofs that were pulled by the printers of American postage stamps. And these proofs were never valid for postage because they're part of the production process where they would pull an image of an engraving in order to get it approved for the stamp design so that it could actually be printed and used as postage stamps. Here's an example of what one of these proofs looks like. This is from the large banknote series of the 1870s, and it has a couple of differences from what an actual stamp does. First of all, it's printed on very thick cardboard stock paper because it was never designed to be affixed to an envelope. And if you look at it very closely, you can see how incredibly sharp not only that image is, but also the color that was used to apply it. And the incredible clarity of those proofs is what makes this panel so very, very special because it really highlights the majesty of the very first 50 years of stamp production in the United States. Now, I can't even begin to imagine what that Rosenthal proof panel would actually go for if it was ever to come up at auction because it truly is a unique, one-of-a-kind item. But for me, this print right here has deep sentimental value because it hung over the desk of one of my mentors, Jack Rosenthal, who initially put this panel together. Now, Jack was a renowned philatelist who had fantastic collections of especially the Columbian and Trans-Mississippi issues. And every time I went to go talk to Jack or seek his advice, it was done underneath the sight of this panel that hangs behind me today. Now, after Jack died, I had an opportunity to discuss this print with his widow, because when he initially made the Rosenthal proof panel and gave it to the Smithsonian, he made just this one copy to hang over his own desk, and she sold it to me under the assurance that I would do the same thing and hang this in my stamp room. And I can tell you that it would give Jack immeasurable pleasure to know that it's now being shared with you, my audience.